Welcome to the adventures of J.R. Hendrick. This is episode is called The Final Victory Tour, Part 2. So, I want you to buckle up your seatbelts, sit back, as Jimmy reads the adventure. Give me a minute as I put my phone on Do Not Disturb. Now, this is the final victory tour for JR at the end of his summer trip, so we're going to go ahead and go to the end of the 15th of August if we can access it. If not, you know what, I think it'd be a good idea to go ahead and but this is going to be in the form of a book someday, which maybe some of the details changed. August 16th turned out to be an interesting morning. JR wakes up and goes downstairs to the hotel lobby to read the issue of National Review. So the longest time JR and Ken thought that they would have to take Amtrak back to Virginia Beach today, they thought that would happen. But last night, JR's father called and said that Claude had a better idea. There was a motor coach service in Philadelphia that is linked to the one in Virginia Beach. The catch, however, was that JR and Ken would have to be outside the hotel and on the bus by 5 a.m. the next morning. JR has also been informed that he and Ken would be staying in a major mansion on the beach owned by Scotty Underwood, a crony of Jim Hendrick from both the Bush and Clinton administration. By 6 a.m., Ken wakes up and they order pancakes for room service. JR requested that sugar be placed on his pancakes. "Oh," Ken said, "I may like you, but man, you're weird." 9 a.m. Ken had gone out to get some orange juice for him and JR. JR had gotten the Weekly Standard at the hotel newsstand. Ken gets on the phone and calls Brad. "Well, guess we beat either beavers already," Brad said. "Can we hope that you and JR can control yourselves?" "No, I'm going to miss all the fun we had," Ken said. "Take a few hours, and we know in 6 days the tour is done." "Yes, it will. And there's more fun with you guys." Dave Smith enters the room. "And you, David, don't you already miss the summer tours?" Ken said. "I've been working at a bank this summer." Ken sits down in the chair after ordering some hot chocolate. You ain't seen nothing yet. You know, you remember in prep school a few years back, your old bunkmate JR, we became friends. Yeah, you spent a few weekends with us at Tech, Dave said. What's up? JR said, walking in. Hey, we were just talking about you like we were a few days ago, Ken said. Lord knows, we have years to talk. You know we both love to talk. I have your back, JR. You always know that. JR hugs Ken. Bro, I love you. Ken returns the favor. I love you as a friend. Same as you, if it weren't for you. The boys at Reese Prep wouldn't hang, and I wouldn't have had a girl like Crystal. Enough of that mushy stuff, Brad fumed. Okay, this is it. I got the itinerary from your dad, and the tour is historic. But what can I say? You wanted it. Now, JR, you need to call your rental car company to get you a sleek black car for this one. You are to go to the Old Donation Episcopal Church. Thursday morning. Get you a driver, JR. You will go in and talk to the priest. This has already been set up by your father. Now, Dave, I found out there is a 14-year-old David McDonald, and he is staying in Philadelphia. He'll be on his way to Virginia Beach. JR has requested him that you guys go on the scenic tour while JR is politicking the Episcopal priest. Ken, you'll be in a charter helicopter service. Once they're done touring, they are to go straight to the rental car and drive to the rendezvous point. You'll get the address where it is. Dave, Ken will be in the chopper talking to me. You guys get in the chopper and go off to Chesapeake Bay, where JR has to attach his notes to his father in email. The helicopter will drop Dave off at the house that he'll be staying in Virginia Beach. JR and Ken, you're going to a lecture hall at Regent University, where you can send your father the stats. Man, that's a lot, Dave said. But thank you, Jesus, he said. JR, Brad said. You take the setup. Perfect, JR said. On your daddy's errand, Ken said. Wish I could help you do the hard part. No. You told me last year your mom wouldn't let you ride the helicopter. You're riding it all the way, JR said. Okay, folks. I don't have all day. I have to teach summer school today, Brad said. By 10 a.m., JR calls for Avis rental car and gets a black 1993 Jeep Cherokee. The guy on the phone said JR had good taste and wanted to know what he would be doing in Virginia Beach. By 12 p.m., after a swim in the hotel swimming pool, JR orders pizza for him and Ken. Their plan was to relax around the hotel. Tomorrow, JR would go over to the Constitution Institute to get some interesting political information. After that, they would pack, relax, and be ready to depart for Virginia Beach at 5 a.m. At 4 p.m. Eastern, Ken is napping, so JR puts back on his swimsuit and goes swimming in the pool. Dave Smith called him and told him what he thought about the black Jeep Cherokee. JR had bought in Virginia Beach. He was thrilled that he got it from Avis because his dad was an Avis distributor in Midland. Meanwhile, back in Texas, Christine has had a good day. A good first day in prep school. American history, earth science, French, lunch, pre-algebra, PE, and home economics. Now she is walking out with her friend, Amy Baxter, having finished her last class period. They go out to the bus to head towards the houses in the rural countryside. At 4:50 p.m. Eastern, in Philadelphia, in Virginia Beach, Betsy is settled down with her mother at the mansion of CFTC senior staffer Scotty Underwood. Underwood was a libertarian. He was Episcopalian from Bedford, Texas, who served the Reagan, Bush, and Clinton administrations. By 4 p.m. Central Standard Time, Jim and Claude get off of the helicopter and head straight inside the ranch house. Drenched and drained, they head straight upstairs for a fresh change of clothes. Claude gets them both beers, and they sit down at the den. By 5:35 p.m. Eastern, in Philadelphia, JR and Ken go downstairs to the hotel restaurant. JR orders chicken eggplant parmesan, which was chicken eggplant